I see you two are back to make the trade. Good, jolly good. You have the precursor orbs that we agreed on. I hope you put this hard-earned power cell to good use. Cheerio, ta-ta, bye-bye.
Hey guys, NCS Fan 001 here, welcoming you to the road to my 320th Platinum Trophy. Today's game was Jak and Daxter The Precursor Legacy, aka Jak 1. Anyway, this is actually a pretty solid game. It's probably, I think it's usually considered to have been the best in that franchise of 3 true games plus Jak X Combat Racing. Anyway, the Platinum Trophy is fairly simple overall. It's basically complete the game and find all the collectibles. So, like a lot of these trophies down here, pretty much every trophy in the game is going to be tied to one of the power cells, of which there are 101 that you have to collect. So pretty much every trophy is going to be tied to that or a different collectible type. So if you're 100%ing the game naturally, or if you've 100%ed it back on the PS2, then you should not have any issues. This is one of the only really difficult trophies in the game. Catching 200 pounds of fish is quite difficult because the controls are kind of bad there. And that is the biggest problem I had with this game, is that the controls are not particularly good in some areas, usually related to jumping. So I had some issues with that, but overall it's not too bad. And then there's also that weird like rolling jump that only sometimes works properly. And then also there were some areas that got to be a little bit annoying, like the Snowy Mountain region where you have to walk on a lot of ice physics platforms. That area is really not fun, but a majority of the game is pretty fun aside from just the vast number of collectibles and the subpar controls. So yeah, pretty much every one of these trophies, like I said, is tied to finding one of the power cells, which is pretty easy overall, because really it's only about a 3 out of 10. There's not much true difficulty in this game. This is the other really difficult trophy, protecting this guy's snacks. It's like a shooting gallery, but it's a little bit RNG based as to whether or not the creatures will go after certain items closer to you or further away from where you're looking. It's a little bit tough to explain, but it's one of the more difficult trophies in the game. And like I said, a bunch of trophies, again, just completing the game, doing all the different power cells will get you pretty much all the trophies. That's the final boss fight's actually pretty easy. Died maybe twice in it because I didn't really know what I was doing at first. And then you get your collectible trophies. You have to collect 25, 50, and all 101 power cells. Those are the main objectives of each area. Collect 28, 49, and 112 scout flies. Finding all 7 scout flies in a region will get you a power cell, so you will have to do that pretty much to 100% the game anyway. The scout flies are in little metal boxes throughout the world. And then finally, there's the Precursor Orbs trophy. You have to collect all 2,000 Precursor Orbs. A lot of them are not that hard to find, but you may want to look at a guide for a few of the areas. I just followed the guide on PlayStationTrophies.org. It wasn't always the best written. Like, a couple of the areas right at the end were not as well written, but for the most part, it worked very well and helped a lot with finding everything. So, yeah, guys, that is it for Jak and Daxter 1, at least the PS3 version. I probably will do the PS4 version eventually of all the Jak games, especially since the debug mode works on Jak 2's PS4 version. Because the debug mode doesn't really do anything in this game. It does a little bit. I think there's like a way you can refill your health with it, but it doesn't give you the collectibles or the cutscenes to get the trophies easily. So there's really no point of using it. Just play through the game. It's really not that hard. It's not that time-consuming, and it's worth a play. So, level 58, 67%, 14,499 total trophies, 320 platinums, 1,726 golds, 3,668 silvers, 8,785 bronzes. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you for the next one.